Welcome back to the video. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt her pulling away? The texts are slower. The energy is colder. Her smile doesn't reach her eyes anymore. And then she drops that one line. I just need some space. Brother, don't ignore that moment. Because when a woman says this, she's not asking for time alone. She's preparing for life without you. This isn't paranoia. It's pattern recognition. Stoicism teaches pain doesn't destroy men. Delusion does. You're about to learn exactly what she says and what it truly means when her heart starts drifting. And more importantly, you'll learn how to stay composed, grounded, and emotionally bulletproof, even when the truth burns. This isn't about blaming her. It's about freeing yourself from the prison of denial. Let's begin. Part 1. I just need some space. The exit mask. At first, this sounds like a reasonable request. You want to be respectful, so you agree. But let's break this down. When someone genuinely needs space to think or heal, they communicate clearly, respectfully, and they return. But when she says this and simultaneously disconnects emotionally, avoids you and stays glued to social media, she's not creating space. She's creating distance. For someone else to fill, this is often the beginning of the end. Not because she's evil, but because her emotions have already checked out. And yet, most men cling harder at this point. They start texting more, begging for clarity, giving her more power. The Stoic response: let her go. Not out of spite, but from inner strength. You don't negotiate your dignity to remain in someone's life. Because if your presence became a burden to her, your absence will become a lesson. Part 2. You deserve someone better. The guilt escape. This one is cunning. It sounds like a compliment. But beneath it, it's a verbal disguise. A polite way of saying, I've chosen someone else, but I don't want to feel bad for it. Think about it. If you truly deserve someone better, then why is she leaving? Because that phrase isn't about you. It's about relieving her guilt, not about protecting your heart. She wants a clean exit, a guilt-free departure. So instead of saying, I no longer feel what I used to, she tries to package it with nobility. But here's the Stoic lesson. Do not accept wrapped insults as gentle honesty. This phrase is meant to confuse your self-worth. You start questioning yourself. Was I too much? Too little? But the truth is, she's just shifting blame. The moment she says this, your response should be silence, not a speech. Because the more you talk, the more power you give to someone who's already made their choice. Let her wrestle with her reasons in silence. That's where accountability lives. Part 3. It's not you, it's me. The ultimate deflection. We've all heard this. It's one of the oldest emotional exit strategies in dating. But let's break it down with Stoic precision. It's not you, it's me is not about introspection. It's about avoiding confrontation. Because in truth, she's not choosing you, and she knows that telling you the full truth would either make her feel like the villain or invite your reaction. So instead, she throws this at you. It's vague, unclear, and it forces you to interpret everything. The Stoic response: you don't fight for clarity from someone speaking in fog. You step back and observe patterns. Ask yourself, has her affection dropped? Has the communication faded? Does her energy feel like obligation, not passion? If yes, you don't need her to tell you what's wrong. You already know, and that knowing, that's power. Let her go in peace, not because she deserves it, but because you deserve a life where truth is spoken, not hidden. Part 4. We've just grown apart. The quiet truth behind emotional distance. This one sounds mature, doesn't it? It feels honest, respectful, but it's actually one of the most deceptive phrases she can use because it suggests something accidental, something neutral, as if emotional distance just happens without cause. But relationships don't drift. People choose to stop rowing. Here's what's really happening. She's no longer emotionally invested, but instead of confronting that truth head on, she blames time or growth. It protects her from the guilt of saying, you no longer excite me. I've changed how I feel about you. The Stoic lesson here. Don't beg to rebuild bridges someone else set on fire. If someone claims you've grown apart, but they've made no effort to grow with you, then it was never about distance. It was about disinterest masked as dignity. So what do? You stop chasing closure. You don't demand explanations. You build your presence, so strong that your silence says everything she chose to leave unsaid. Part 5. I'm not ready for something serious. When she's already serious with someone else. Let's get brutally honest. When a woman says she's not ready for something serious, it might be true, But more often than not, it means she's not ready for something serious with you. Because here's the harsh reality. If the right man walks in tomorrow, she'll suddenly feel very ready. That's not your fault. It's not an insult to your worth. It's just a reminder that chemistry creates urgency, and the lack of it creates excuses. When she says she's not ready, she's likely already entertaining someone else, not feeling inspired by your masculine presence, or afraid to commit to someone she doesn't fully respect or admire. This line is a soft rejection. It's meant to spare your feelings, but it often delays your healing. The Stoic approach: accept reality faster than she can hide it. Don't try to prove your worth. Don't wait for her to change her mind. You don't beg for seriousness in someone else's story. You become so serious about your own growth that her absence becomes a blessing, not a burden. Part 6. Let's take a break. The test you're not supposed to pass. This is the emotional booby trap. She says, let's take a break. But what she's really doing is testing how much of your masculine self-worth you're willing to surrender to keep her. Most men hear this and go into panic mode. They try harder, call more, check in. They fall exactly into the trap. But here's the Stoic reality. Breaks are not for healing. They're for trial replacements. While you're waiting in emotional limbo, she's often exploring new options, seeing if someone else can make her feel what she stopped feeling with you. And when that doesn't work, she comes back, expecting the same loyalty from a man she emotionally abandoned. The lesson? You don't wait on the sidelines for someone who put you there. A man of presence doesn't get paused. He moves forward so powerfully that her return no longer fits into the man he has become. Part 7. You're too good for me. The trap of false modesty. Now this one sounds sweet, humble even. You're too good for me. But listen carefully. That's not modesty. That's a confession. What she's really saying is, I can't meet you at your level. I don't want to grow into the woman you need. Instead of rising up, she's choosing the easy way out. By making you feel too good, she escapes the pressure to level up herself. And if you fall for it, you'll start shrinking, dimming your value to make her feel comfortable. The Stoic answer: never shrink for someone afraid of your shine. If you are too good, then let her go find someone she feels equal to, because the right woman doesn't feel intimidated by your strength. She feels inspired by it. Part 8. I just need time to figure things out. The delay before departure. This is the phrase that keeps men emotionally hostage, because she's not saying, I'm done. She's not saying, let's work it out either. She's planting you in the middle, just enough hope to keep you waiting, but not enough commitment to move forward. This is not confusion. This is strategy. She's buying time to transition without guilt, to see if the grass is greener without fully letting go of you. It's emotional limbo, a state of controlled silence. And the longer you stay there, the more your self-respect erodes. The Stoic solution? Walk, not with anger, not with drama, but with a level of peace that makes her realize she didn't lose a man. She lost a pillar. A woman might need time, but she doesn't need to hold your life hostage to get it. Part 9. I'm not looking for anything right now, but she's still entertaining someone else. This is one of the most misleading statements a man can hear, because let's be honest, when a woman says, I'm not looking for anything right now, she doesn't mean she's emotionally unavailable to everyone. She means she's emotionally unavailable to you. Why? Because when she truly finds a man she admires, respects, and desires, she clears her schedule. She makes space in her life. So when she tells you this, what's actually going on? She's not emotionally drawn to you. She's entertaining someone else but keeping you as a fallback. She enjoys the attention you give, but doesn't want the responsibility of commitment. In Stoicism, self-deception is the first betrayal. A man who lies to himself, who ignores what is clearly unfolding in front of him, suffers more than the man who is alone. A woman may lie to spare your heart, but your heart will still bleed if you lie to yourself. Don't argue, don't convince, don't decode her words. Silence, distance, clarity, those are your weapons. Part 6. Let's take a break. The test you're not supposed to pass. This is the emotional booby trap. She says, let's take a break, but what she's really doing is testing how much of your masculine self-worth you're willing to surrender to keep her. Part 10. I don't want to hurt you. The line she uses after hurting you. Ironically, this phrase often comes after the damage has already been done. She's lied. She's hidden things. She's pulled away. But when you finally call her out, when the truth starts to surface, she'll look at you with soft eyes and say, I didn't want to hurt you. That's not compassion. That's damage control. She's trying to ease her own guilt, not your pain. Because the truth is, she had many chances to be honest, to speak up, to walk away with dignity. But instead she kept you hanging until her emotional exit was complete. Stoicism teaches it is not pain that breaks you, it's betrayal disguised as care. A woman who truly respects you will be direct, even if it stings. Because real respect does not sugarcoat harm. If she didn't want to hurt you, she wouldn't have used you as a cushion for her indecision. So now, you reclaim your peace by no longer needing her apology. You outgrow the version of yourself who accepted emotional crumbs and become the man who feasts in silence. Final word. The most dangerous man is the one who stops chasing. Here's what most men don't realize. It's not the heartbreak that changes you. It's what you do after that makes you dangerous. When you stop chasing validation, when you stop needing to be picked, when you stop trying to decode her mixed signals, you become a man of presence, a man she feels, even in your absence. Because now, you don't fight for attention, you attract it by becoming unshakable. You don't demand love, you command respect. A man who can walk away calmly, without bitterness, without begging, has already won. Let her feel the silence. Let her wonder what happened to the man who once needed her. Because that man, he evolved. He became stoic.